Welcome to RedHawk Rewind. My name is Tim Carey.
And I'm Dave Meyer.
And we are on episode 7 or something. We've got a great guest today. Max Helgeson is here from hockey, all the way from Anchorage, Alaska. So we're going to talk to him. But anything else that you've got to ask or we have to talk about before I get to my most important topic of the day?
Well, okay, we'll get to yours. But I don't want I'm not a big, rah-rah guy or anything like that. But can we talk a little bit about what Miami Athletics did this past weekend?
Go for it.
I mean, okay, I wrote all this down because it was so much. Volleyball, won a game. Hockey, 2-0, which we'll get to more of that. Tennis sent a doubles team to the semifinal of the MAC Fall Championship. Football had a win. Field hockey beat number 17 App State.
You say beat. What was the score of that game?
7-0.
There you go.
And then a couple days later, they took Wake Forest, who's number 7 in the country, to overtime. So soccer picked up a win. I mean, it was MiamiRedHawks.com was a busy weekend.
And we have an app there, the website redesigned last week. Lots of ways to get your content, and that's been keeping us busy. But I have one thing that I want to talk about because you've given me a hard time about it. And we said it's going to be a podcast topic, and I will just throw it out for the world because it is one of the many embarrassing things about me. You ready?
This could go a lot of ways.
I know. Why will my shoelace never stay tied, Dave?
This is, how long is this open supposed to be? Like 3 minutes?
Yeah.
We might need like a half hour. Might have to tell Max to wait a bit. I have no idea. Look, I don't understand how you are the most organized person I've ever met. But when it comes to tying your shoes, they stay tied for 10 seconds.
Literally. And I know there was a student athlete for Michigan football back in the day that that was kind of like his trademark. So I want to know, can I just be known for having a shoelace that's not tied? Because what happens is people will stop me out of courtesy to tell me that, and I always just say thank you because, they're being polite and it's nice, but I'm like, I have it untied so often that I know it's untied, but I literally would be stopping every 3 feet to tie it. And the only way to fix it for me is to double knot it.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
And if it's important, like if it's a game night sometime, like I'll double knot it, but then when you get home, you can't just kick your shoes off. And that's a struggle for me.
All right. So the millions of people that are watching the podcast right now, next time they see you and your shoes are untied, what do you want them to tell you?
I want them to say, hey, you're the shoelace guy. I listen to your podcast. And if you do that, I will take it as a badge of honor. Can we move on?
I guess we can move on.
We're going to bring in Max Helgeson in just a second. And welcome back to RedHawk Rewind. We are here with our special guest today, senior forward on the Miami hockey team from Anchorage, Alaska. It's Max Helgeson.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. I enjoy it.
All right, Max. I know Tim just introduced you as Max, but your bio online, first name, can you say it for us?
Yeah, so I got a long one. It's Maximilion, and then 2 middle names, so Jaden Thomas, and then Helgeson to finish her off. Yeah.
So I assume you've asked your parents, like, how did this happen?
Yeah, so it was kind of, I don't know, my parents were having a hard time figuring out a name, and they were doing the old days, like they had the names in the newspaper of all the kids that were being born, and they weren't seeing a bunch of Maxes, and then so they were like, all right, let's go Max. And they wanted to spice it up a little bit. They added the million, so I'll take that. And then the Gladiator movie came out, and like Maximus, and then Max was like a big name. They were kind of choked about that, but oh well, I like it.
How many letters is that between your 4 names altogether? Do you even know off topic? That's or even syllables.
I'd have to count it, but it's got to be 30s or something. It's got to be the 30s.
Well, it's a pretty awesome name.
So. Thank you.
You know, that us being in the sports information world, like stats and we just automatically go to numbers. But let's talk about hockey a little bit. 2 games down, 2 wins. What were your impressions, takeaways from the Fair State series?
Yeah, they're a good team, like really big too, especially up front and I guess in the back end as well. And I don't know, I thought we played well. Saturday didn't necessarily. We got a hot start, and then we kind of like hit a little bit of a wave, and we were just riding that wave, I feel like. But no, I think the boys like showed out. We played hard. We stuck to our game, and our coaches have been having a big saying, like our core values, tough, passionate, and disciplined, and then just pound the rock, and I thought we did a good job of that.
So obviously, brand new team. So many, you're one of the new guys. What's it been like just having so many new guys around of just making sure everything's working okay?
Yeah, so I being in Anchorage, last year we kind of had the same type of deal where a lot of guys were leaving, whether they were older, transfer portal or whatever it was, and we had like pretty much half a new team, kind of like we were this year. And it's challenging, but it's fun, right? Like you meet 26 new guys, you got 26 new best friends at the start of and like we did a really good job like coming together and like early stages of the season and like building bonds like off the ice, on the ice. Like guys are really like love to play for each other, and like I think we got a good brotherhood going.
I thought one of those most important plays both nights were the empty net goals. You're hanging on to one goal lead, and the other team's got the goalie pulled. Crazy hustle plays both nights from you. Like, just walk us through kind of one day at a time. We'll start with Friday. Like, what do you remember as it gets, you kind of trying to poke it forward for Walker to finish?
Yeah, I remember like they were coming at us pretty heavy. We were kind of hemmed in the D zone there at the end of the game, and you never like the end of the game like you want to close them out, right? You want to put that puck in the back of the net so they kind of lose some life. And I remember it just coming up the wall, and then Hazy was going, and I was just yelling chip, 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 hoping that it got out. And then I didn't want that D man to touch it and send it back in the zone, so I just dove out there, tried to smack it to Walks, and he made an unbelievable play, batting it down and finishing it. So that was pretty cool. And then, yeah, Saturday, empty net merchant I am, I guess, right now. I'll take it, though. And somebody's got to put him in the back of the net to finish these guys off. And then, yeah, I tried flipping it over him on that first try. I was skating down and didn't get over his head. He made a nice little bat down, and I was kind of pissed off a little bit. So I just turned around and tried to get the puck back. So
I mean, it looked like you stole it and shot it all in one motion.
yeah, it was, I don't know. We work a lot on the low stick, so I'll praise the coaches on that one.
So, I don't know if you like this community. They are starving for good hockey again to come back. What have you seen in practice here in the last couple of weeks? Just with the first week of the series as well. Just where do you think the team is at there?
Yeah, I think Coach Noreen's done a really good job of trying to prove that to a lot of like us new guys and the freshmen coming in, to where like we've done a lot with alumni beginning of the year when the coaches couldn't get on the ice. We had alumni coming and helping us out, running practice for us, and that kind of just them like giving little speeches and talks about like what the program used to be and what we're trying to get back to, I think has really resonated with us. And we've just been competing hard every single day. We're trying to be one of the most physical teams in the conference and in the league like this year. And in practice, like we battle hard. We play through the whistles, and like we're not making it easy for us like in practice, you know what I mean? So hopefully in the games it comes a little bit easier and natural, to where you're not just flowing by the guy with the stick, like you're finishing into him and getting a hit on him and stuff like that.
What about the balanced scoring this weekend? I think Friday night there were 14 different guys that were on the score sheet, goal or assist, and just kind of getting that from up and down the lineup.
Yeah, we got a lot of guys that can play hockey, right, in all different sorts of spots and positions that they're put into. Like for our forward group, like Depps unfortunately went out relatively early in the game with an injury, and we just had to rotate 11 forwards, and everybody was playing a little bit of different positions and stuff like that. And I don't know, we just stayed focused and kept to our game, and it like we got a lot of guys that can put the puck in the back of the net too. A lot of sneaky skill, some guys that you wouldn't really expect it out of, like guys that were just running around and skating 1,000 miles an hour, and the next thing you know, they're ripping a fat toe drag around the defenseman and putting the puck in the back of the net. So it's cool.
All right, Alaska.
Yeah.
What is it like? Talk to somebody that never, like, I've been there a couple times for like a weekend. What's it like to live in Alaska most of your life?
Yeah, so I was born and raised there. So I obviously am a little bit biased. I love it. I'm a big like outdoorsman guy. I love going fly fishing in the summertime and going on hikes and stuff like that. And the hockey season makes it a little tricky now, but like when we were kids, like we'd go skiing all the time in the winter. We have some pretty good like backcountry skiing, and then some of the ski resorts are also pretty nice. And the winter times are a little tricky. I get made fun of for not having enough vitamin D in my system, making me a little bit weird, or whatever from the no sun in the wintertime. But I don't know. I love it. It's beautiful. Like I don't know. There's tons of stuff to do up there.
So, Tim, I have a follow-up. So I've been to Alaska twice with a hockey trip as well. We went, it was like in January one year, in February another one. I mean,
Well,
I know you said it was dark, but there's no sun.
Yeah, it's you wake up in the morning, especially if you're an early riser. Like you get up at 7:30, it's dark out, it's pitch black. The only thing you see is the snow on the ground, and then the lights reflected from the street lights reflecting off of it, and then it doesn't get light out until probably 11:30, 12, sun starts coming up, and then by 4:30 it starts to go back down. So you got to get your hours of daylight. Get outside when the sun's out. That's for
And
sure.
what's the average temperature in like February, January?
Oh, in Anchorage, it's probably around like 10 to 20 degrees. Fairbanks, it's probably between 0 and 20. I don't know.
Give us your best fly fishing story.
Oh, best fly fishing story's got to be we were with a few of my buddies. We were fishing, and in the summertime, it doesn't really get dark. It gets like dusk. So we were out fishing late. It's probably like 12:30 to 1 a.m. And we got all of our fish on a stringer, and we're taking them back. We're walking, and next thing you know, we see this like object move like downriver, and we're like, dude, what's a moose doing over here? Like, why is a moose like crossing the river? Like, what's going on? And then 2 minutes later, we're like trying to cross the river. We got 12 fish, 3 guys, and we're crossing. We just get across the river. The next thing you know, probably a 10-foot grizzly bear just pops its head out, and it's just looking at us, twisting its head. And we're like, oh, shit, like, this is not good, not good. And our fly poles are 9 feet, so we got 9 feet to us and the bear, 10-foot grizzly. And we got 12 salmon on a stringer. And we were like, oh, boys, like, leave. We start yelling at the bear. It's like walking towards us because you're supposed to yell at them, right? And we didn't have, this was when we were younger, so we didn't have any firearms on us. Normally, like now, we got a 10 mil to where, like, if it charges us, you can pop a few rounds into it, hope that it doesn't hit you. But we're just, like, walking back, and then I'm like, leave the fish, leave the fish. And so we drop the fish just on the shore. It keeps walking towards us, and we're slowly backing away. And then it just stops at the fish, stabs it with its claws, bites it, and just rips the fish. Like, I don't know. It's like using chopsticks as a kid when you, like, stab it and then you, like, bite it. It's literally what the bear did. And, yeah, we watched it eat, like, 2 fish, and then we got out of there. Yeah.
I was not expecting a story that amazing.
Tim, have you ever been fly fishing?
No.
Yeah, same. So I'm not sure if it sounds great.
Oh, no, it's the blast. Just don't do it at dusk when you can't really see much of what's going on. And those bears, they're sneaky. They're smart critters. They know what they're doing.
Max, because you grew up in Alaska. Eventually you went to play juniors, and I don't know if fans understand like what that really means of all the travel and where you're at. Just walk us through a little bit about your juniors plan.
Yeah, so first year juniors, a little bit of a suitcase, kind of went everywhere, traveled all around, played for a lot of different coaches and teams, and
A sampling. Give us here to there. Like, where were a couple places
Like,
that you
how old were you when you left town, or when you left home?
So when I left home, I went to go play AAA 16s year in Cleveland. So I went 16s in Cleveland, U18s in Iowa. Then that following year, I started in Janesville, Wisconsin, got traded up to Kenai, and then Kenai they had me for a week, and then they traded my rights to Jamestown. So then I was in Kenai, Alaska, had to go all the way out to New York, and then was there for a little bit, and then my roommate convinced me to go play with his team for the last month in New Jersey. So then I went to New Jersey, and had a fun month there, and then the following 2 years played in Kenai, and so that was pretty fun.
Okay, so, all right, I've got a 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I could not imagine sending her away to go do something. I think because you move in with a family when this stuff happens.
Yeah.
How do your parents handle something like that? Just walk us through all that.
Yeah, it was a tricky situation because especially for us in Alaska, we don't have a whole lot of people to play against, especially once you reach kind of that higher level. And it was in the awkward years of stages of do you go play prep school? Do you stay? Do you try to go play juniors? Or what do you really do? And so my parents, I don't know, they trusted me enough to let me go and let another family kind of take care of me. And it didn't necessarily work out the best that year. It actually, funny, my mom ended up renting an Airbnb for 2 months after Christmas and moved down to Cleveland. And my dad and sister had to live by themselves, and which wasn't ideal. My dad's a great dude, but letting him do things and cook by himself isn't probably the smartest place.
If that was me, we'd be eating out every meal. Yeah, there's no way.
Oh yeah, he cleared the freezer out. He ate every single thing there was in the freezer to eat. Yeah.
At UAA, you were like 3-time fan favorite award winner from what I saw. Like what how would you describe your game and what is it about the way you play that you think resonates with people?
Yeah, I think one, just growing up there in Anchorage, and I love to be a part of the community. I love helping out with young hockey players or athletes, and trying to help like coach them or do the best that I can and be a good influence for them. And in Anchorage, I think just I at high compete level, I try to skate as fast as I can everywhere out there on the ice, and make skill plays when I need to. And if I need to go throw the body around, I'll go throw the body around. Or if it's blocking shots, I just try to do whatever needs to be done. And if the puck ends up going in the net, Alex Ovechkin says it best, but it's one of the harder things to do. So you gotta celebrate it. And so I love good celebration after a goal score and firing up the crowd.
Do you have a go-to move?
A move, yeah, or probably the Superman. I love the Superman. I was a big I'm spacing his name right now. Quarterback. He played at jeez. I can't. He played for the Panthers for a while.
Cam Newton?
Yeah, Cam Newton, and his big Superman Selly. So I kind of represent that one.
What kind of music gets you hyped up? What's your pregame, and why did I see Lion King or Moana involved in that at some point in the past?
Oh, I don't know how you saw that one, but
We do our research.
I
around
guess
here.
the secret's out. Yeah, I'm a kind of a kid at heart. Might be a little old for college hockey, but young at heart. And those Disney songs, sometimes they get me fired up and put me in like a nice little relaxing mindset. But it's only one song. I really like the "You're Welcome" from Moana or whatever it is.
So how old are you?
24.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little, just almost double that. So, but how'd you end up getting into Miami? You played at like 100 schools, it felt like, bouncing around in the juniors, and then obviously UA. How'd Coach Noreen find you?
Yeah, I think the transfer portal got a call from Nizy, and they said like they've been watching for a little bit, and they really liked my game style, and they liked how like the situation was at UAA a little bit, where it was a lot of new guys, and they knew that was going to be like a big part of coming in here. And not going to toot my own horn, but I think I get along with most of the guys, and I think I'm a pretty friendly person, and I don't know, I think that's just kind of what you want when you're trying to build something new and bring something back up to where it's supposed to be. And yeah, they just kind of wanted me to be a part of that, and I was all aboard. They sold me pretty good.
Does the experience at UAA specifically of helping build that program after they had not had one for a little bit, and kind of are there in parallels to what you're trying to do here, kind of brick by brick, and helping build this?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's different in their own two worlds. Obviously, like UAA never really used to be a powerhouse type of program, but like Miami, they used to be like a really good school and team to like watch, and they were competing every year. And don't know necessarily what's happened, but it's kind of fallen off, and they've been really trying to push that and bring it back. And with UAA, like we are trying to do the same thing. We're trying to prove a message where we don't want the program to fold ever again, and we want to be something that no one's really ever seen before. And I thought we made pretty good pushes with that. Didn't necessarily get exactly what we wanted to, like beating Fairbanks and stuff like that. But yeah, I do think that the last couple of years at UAA helps, like not like motivating, but like little things like with the freshmen coming in, like just like preparing them for like kind of like what's to come and how competitive and how hard college hockey actually is.
All right, this is a totally selfish question here. I'm a big sports card junkie, and I saw you had a little sports card deal at like an Ace Hardware
Yeah.
at one point. What walk us through that a little bit.
Yeah, so in the summertime, I work for a guy named Kurt Kohlberg. He runs Anchorage Hockey Academy. Shout out. But No, and I'm around all the kids for a long time, and yeah, so Ace Hardware, this guy, his grandson goes to the camp and stuff like that and comes to all the games, and he was a big supporter. And I got lucky enough to be one of his favorite players, and with the NIL stuff, they wanted to do something kind of cool, and the hockey cards are just pretty special. Like, you don't get to have your name on a hockey card every time, and so I thought that was cool. And yeah, I got to sit down and pass them around and sign them for a little bit, which was pretty neat. The first day, a lot of people came. Second time, not a lot of people came, so it was a little awkward, but yeah, I enjoyed it.
But more importantly, how can I get one?
We'd have to. I think I got a few hanging around back.
Dave was on eBay for like an hour this morning, but that's
Trying
kind
to
of normal,
find it.
you know.
Couldn't find any, so
Yeah.
I need one.
Yeah, well, I can get one shipped up
I'm
here.
holding you to that.
Yeah,
Right, you're on video here.
yeah, we can make
Yeah.
that happen.
What are you majoring in or studying here at Miami? What do you hope to do with it?
I'm in liberal studies of cognitive business. It was a little bit interesting. Ryan Swallow, our athletic coordinator, he helped put something together for me. I'm no Einstein, and didn't get into the Farmers Business School, so I had to basically drop my whole last year and a half of school classes, just throw them to the side and start something new. So, and
If the hockey thing doesn't work out, what are you hoping to do?
hockey doesn't work out, probably go into some sort of sales or work with Kirk Kohlberg and run Anchorage Hockey Academy in the summer times. I don't really know.
One of my jobs is to make sure that the headshots and everything are up on the web, all the data and info and whatever. And it's always hard for me to try and decide, am I going to use the photo that the guy with a very straight face or a smile? And there are kind of these normal hockey headshots. And I was looking through yours year by year. And I mean, you've got some kind of and then the expression on your Miami hockey shot, we'll have Will put it up there later. What is going through your mind to be you look like you're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy, you know what I mean? I don't really like the whole no smile thing, and I don't know, I just think it's better to smile. And yeah, sometimes the boys laughing at going into the pictures, you're chatting about it, no smile, 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 no smile, and I went with the smile this time. So
I think it's the most personality I've ever seen in a headshot across anywhere sports. I love it.
yeah, I got some feedback. Our Megan, our trading lady or assistant with Mike, I come in the next day and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you have the best headshot ever." I was like, I didn't even see him. I don't even really remember what was going on. Let me see that thing. And she pulled it up, showing me, and I was just like, "Oh man, at least you like it." So that's what we're going for.
I think it's awesome.
Each week on the podcast, we try and do some kind of game or trivia or something. So far, Dave pretty much loses every week. So I'm going to pit you against Dave, but I'm going to give you home ice advantage here, where we're going to do Alaska trivia.
Ooh.
So,
All right.
Oh, come on.
but it's over or under. So you're going to pick the number of what you think the number is, and then the other person just has to decide which way to go, over or under, unless you get it exactly. So
Okay.
Would you want to go first, or do you want Dave to pick the first number?
I'll go second.
Okay. Dave, how many of the 20 highest mountains in the United States are in Alaska?
In the United States?
The 20 highest
Yeah.
mountains in the U.S., how many of them are in Alaska?
4.
Higher or lower?
4. I'll go higher.
17.
Yeah.
So it's just a little off. is what
Just a
you're
little
saying.
bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you only get 1 point for that.
1 point.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Max, how many lakes are there in Alaska? This is all alaska.gov, by the way, in case you're curious.
1.1 million. 1,100,000.
What?
Higher or lower?
Lower.
Over 3 million lakes, according to
Yeah,
alaska.gov.
I knew it was a lot. I
That's a
almost put it
lot.
at 2 million, and then I was gonna let you take the under. But
How many glaciers are there in Alaska, estimated?
I think your wife, we should call your wife. I think she's a big glacier.
If I did not get glacier in this somewhere, I think she
You'd
wants
get
to
in trouble.
retire to a glacier. She's a
Yeah.
science teacher, and when we did our Alaska cruise, the kids joke because it was 4 a.m. and she comes in, it's Glacier Day, it's Glacier Day. Yeah.
that's awesome.
Anyway,
What was the question?
how many
again? Sorry.
glaciers are there in Alaska, estimated?
200,000. I have no idea.
I'm going under.
It's estimated 100,000. You're 3 for 3.
Yeah.
How many potentially active volcanoes in the state of Alaska, Max?
Ooh, one almost erupted this summer. Actually, it was a little scary. I'm going with 20.
Over.
More than 70.
Let's go.
Ah, he's
I
on
got
the
a
board.
point. I
He's
got a
on the
point.
board.
Let's go.
How many miles of shoreline, including islands, are there in Alaska? By the way, while you're thinking about this, the two best pieces of Alaska trivia I have, not questions.
Yeah.
The northernmost, westernmost, and easternmost point of the United States are all in Alaska.
That's interesting.
And if you split Alaska in half, Texas would become the third biggest state. One of my college friends, when I was
Okay.
asking for Alaska stuff,
Yeah.
that was his line. So back to you. How many
Yeah.
miles of shoreline in Alaska?
100,000.
Higher or lower?
Oh, that's such a hard line. I don't know. We'll take the over. Alaska's big.
Under 33,904.
Oh, he's coming
Don't
back.
call it a
Coming
comeback.
back.
How many miles from Anchorage to Oxford, according to Google Maps?
Ooh. I'll go with 6,000 miles.
Under.
3857.
Three threes. Yeah.
Yeah, we have a tiebreaker.
It gets really cocky really quick. How many people live in Alaska?
Do you guys, before we get to that, do people still get paid to live in Alaska?
Yep. PFD is coming up here pretty soon.
Oh, nice. You know,
Permanent fund dividend.
But apparently it has something to do with mineral rights, from what my friend told me, where it's like we are owed that money. That's what he. So I'm throwing that in there too.
How many people live in Alaska?
Yeah.
3 million.
Oh, under. We got like 460,000.
741,000 according to this.
Oh, that's Anchorage's number, 460.
Yeah, I mean a lot of them in Anchorage.
Yeah.
How many square miles of land in the state?
Square miles. Go with 350,000.
Higher.
586,000.
That's a pretty good number, though.
It was. Coldest temperature in U.S. history was set in Alaska. How many degrees below 0 Fahrenheit? 1971.
Minus 120.
Higher, closer to 0 or colder than negative 120?
Probably closer to 0.
80 below.
Yeah.
Point for
Holy
Max.
moly.
Yeah, that was still crazy.
That's crazy.
Highest recorded temperature in Alaska state history.
Ooh, 88.
Higher or lower?
Lower.
100 degrees.
Wow.
When was that?
Fort
Yeah.
Yukon, 1915. See, I knew he was going to,
Yeah.
he'll ask me one follow-up at some point. So, I have to document every one of these and have a footnote with it.
I can have more follow-ups if it helps.
How much did the United States pay to purchase Alaska?
Ooh.
It's a social studies history question for you. 1867 was the year.
I think it was 4 million.
Higher.
No. Can I change my number?
Okay.
I think it was 15 million.
Higher or lower than 15 million, which is not at all 4 million.
Can I look at the how many miles, how many square miles are in there again?
You can do the math that
Yeah.
quick. Yeah, it was 586,000 square miles.
It was a penny a square mile, so like 1 point something million.
So you're taking the
I'm
under.
taking the under.
It was 7.2 million.
Wow.
So point for Dave. How many games has Miami hockey played all time in the state of Alaska?
In the state of Alaska? Oh. 6.
Oh, it's got to be higher. They were in our conference for a while, right?
29.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 games in Anchorage, 27 in Fairbanks.
Were they in the
CCHA.
CCHA?
Fairbanks was, not Anchorage, but Fairbanks
Oh,
was.
yeah. Because I remember Anchorage was WCHA.
Yeah.
Last one, Dave. How many miles was this year's Iditarod sled dog race?
500.
Higher or lower?
Oh, I'm going higher.
1,128 miles. I'm the person who had to make a pilgrimage to see the Balto statue in Central Park because my kids loved it so much. I literally am there for a work trip and take a selfie with the statue because they'd grown up watching the video. I'm gonna have to total the score up later and tell you who won, but I'm guessing it was he did have the home advantage there. So
Yeah, that box was stacked there. Big
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Next week we're gonna do Northwest Ohio trivia.
Yeah,
We'll bring
yeah.
him back.
Oh, no.
Last question. We like to make it somewhat serious. When you're done here, how do you want to be remembered at Miami with Miami hockey?
Yeah, so when I'm done here, really just want to be remembered for by all the freshmen just being one of the greatest dudes and one of the hardest workers out on the ice every single day. and just being like a really, really good friend, close friend to everybody on the team, and making sure that like 5 years, 20 years down the line, they can give me a phone call and whatever it is they need help with or whatever, I got their backs and I got them, and I'll be right there, drop anything for them and just help them out.
Well said. Max, thanks again for joining us. I hope you had a little bit of fun.
Yeah, I had a blast.
This is
Yeah,
awesome. Thank
thanks,
you again
guys.
for joining us. So.
And we'll be back next week with another new edition of Red Hawk Rewind.
Go Hawks.